Catus, Maximus here, this time with a little review of a Taiwanese Craftsman mini bit ratchet. This thing was like 12 bucks or something. One of the only non-Chinese Craftsman items I could find, to tell you the truth, as far as their new stuff is concerned. But I like these little mini ratchets, so I thought I'd give this one a look. The reason this one caught my eye is just because it has what appears to be a 30-degree bend in it, so it's a little bit easier to get into some places. A lot of my bit ratchets are straight. As far as how tiny it is, it's pretty small. Not as small as the Power Torque or Toe Peak. That's the word I'm looking for. Their little mini bit ratchet. It certainly is smaller than this Craftsman, but the Craftsman may actually be just a little bit stronger. Interestingly enough, it is technically rebuildable, but not super easy. There's a lock ring, and it's actually around the anvil itself. Now, this retention, I guess, ring, you can see the rod there. There's actually a notch cut out, so the retention ring is doing double duty of both keeping the bottom plate in, keeping the anvil in place, as well as providing the little detent to hold the bits. Comes with a little set of bits. They're not super great, but they're okay. It is reversible. Pretty fine thread. It feels like it's a 72 tooth. A little bit sticky, but it may end up breaking in. Bits don't hold in there super great. It's also not magnetized, so that can be an issue, but you can put a magnet on top, and that might help, like one of those little Harbor Freight magnets. What I also thought was interesting is that they included a little 12-point quarter-inch socket wrench end on the other side, also angled up, and I thought, that's not a bad idea. If there's certain situations where you can't even get the head of this in there, you can get the bit in and then use this back end to actually, break bolts, I think is what the intention was. Although this ratchet mechanism, there's not much of a height difference because the bit goes all the way to top, so if you can fit the bit in there, you can fit the ratchet in. So once again, this may be handy for breaking bolts, but and I kind of like the idea that they included it, but I'm not exactly sure how good it's really going to be. They did just laser etch it, no roll stamping. Not a lot else to say about this unit. I think it's okay for 12 bucks for a little mini ratchet that you can pick up in a store, and supposedly still has a lifetime warranty, so you can swap it out at Lowe's, I guess, if it does fail on you. And I think that's probably the biggest selling point of this is a lifetime warranty. Although, once again, I've heard a lot of negative comments about Lowe's just basically turning people away on warranties, particularly if the item isn't in stock. They just tell people to take a hike. So they're basically doing a good job of destroying what remains of the Craftsman brand. If you like to collect tools like me, this is a neat little ratchet to add to the collection. I guess this loop does have the advantage that you can put a string or something, a lanyard on it, and be less likely to lose it. Anyway, not a lot else to say. Really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.